Hello, my name is Russell Watt. I'm a representative from House District 93, which includes all of Calhoun, some of Orangeburg, and some of Lexington counties. I just wanted to take a brief second to say hello and to bring everyone up to speed on what's been going on in the House of Representatives. We spent a lot of our time this week talking about ethics legislation, which I think is extremely important, and I really believe that we're going to ultimately get some good legislation pertaining to ethics that I think will go a long way in rebuilding the public's trust in us as legislators. What I really want to talk about today, though, is what I believe is the most pressing problem for the state of South Carolina right now, and that is our infrastructure system and trying to find a way to fix our roads. I've been serving on an ad hoc committee for about the last 6 months, a bipartisan committee where we have been trying to come up with solutions to fix this problem. It has been a monumental task. We have spent countless hours debating each other and trying to come up with solutions. I think we have come up with some good solutions, but I still think we have a ways to go. I just wanted to touch on the highlights of the proposal as it came out of the ad hoc committee and what I believe ultimately will be in the form of a bill next week. There's 4 basic components. The first one deals with the restructuring of DOT. There's been a lot of folks that think that we need to fix the department first, the problems associated with the department. I couldn't agree more. We want to make sure that the dollars that are being allocated to DOT right now are being spent wisely. Until we can assure that, we don't need to be throwing more money at the problem. So there will be a component dealing with the structure of the commission and how that works within the department. The second part of the proposal deals with the State Infrastructure Bank. That's something a lot of people don't really know about, but the Infrastructure Bank is set up for economic development, and it's a tool that the state can use to bond and borrow money for particular projects dealing with highways. Right now, for a local government to be able to tap into that Infrastructure Bank, they have to put up $100 million as a match. For counties like I represent, Calhoun County, that's just too much, and they'll never be able to come up with that amount of money to be able to put up as a match. So one of the proposals of this legislation will be to drop that threshold from $100 million down to $25 million, which I think will help rural counties use the infrastructure bank to be able to make improvements within their borders. The third point is probably what's being looked at the hardest, and that is how do we raise additional revenue to fix our roads. The proposal as it comes out of the ad hoc committee would take our 17 cents user fee that we currently have right now down to 10 cents per gallon. That would be coupled with putting an excise tax on gasoline of 6%. So right now, when you ultimately go to the gas pump, you don't pay a sales tax on your gas. We would enact a 6% sales tax on that to generate additional revenue. I believe that is a good way to do things, because then we'll be able to capture revenue coming from folks that are not from South Carolina. We have so many people that drive our interstates but don't contribute whatsoever to our roads. I think this is a way for us ultimately to capture some of that revenue. The fourth component deals with local governments, and that's something I'm very sensitive to. The proposal will be to allow counties and municipalities to take over some of the local roads that are in the DOT system right now. There are thousands of miles of roads within South Carolina that never receive any attention from DOT because they rank so far down the criteria list. The hope is that if the counties and the municipalities take control of these roads over into their system, they will be able to do things more efficiently than is being done in DOT, and they will be able to give attention to these roads that is greatly needed. The counties obviously have concerns about this. They don't want another mandate from the state with no way to fund it, and I couldn't agree with them more. We will be fighting within the House Democratic Caucus to make sure that we don't put any other unfunded mandates on our local governments. That is a snapshot into what is going on with the House road funding plan. Like I've been telling people, it's not going to look the way it's not going to look in the end the way it looks in the beginning. There will be great debate. There will be many amendments that are proposed, but I'm excited to finally be working on a bill that improves the infrastructure system in South Carolina. Thank you for taking the time to listen.